Hi, I'm so glad you're here.
How you doing?
Hi. I called everybody, and they're going to be over, everyone except his father. I couldn't get a hold of him.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, I really would like you to, please. So everyone should be here very soon, but tell me, what did you think? What did you think of the place?
Well, it's wonderful. It's everything we could have wanted.
Oh, the inn is more beautiful in reality than it was in my dream.
Yes?
Thank you so much for helping us find it.
Oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so glad you like it. I mean, to me, it's the perfect place to start a future.
Maybe even recapture some memories of the past?
Eden, I don't think that that's possible, and the two of you should be married there because it means so much to both of you, not because it may have meant something to somebody else.
At the Pebble Creek Inn. We've already reserved the rooms for everybody, and you might want to get up there early because it's such a beautiful place. You might want to look around.
There's plenty to see. They have riding trails and great horses for anybody who wants to do their sightseeing on horseback.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Well, there's a carriage for you, Mama.
I think I'll join you, Mrs. Castillo. Carriages are more my cup of tea, if you'll pardon the mixed metaphor.
Oh, I'd be honored, Mason.
Maybe not.
Guess what, Mama? What? The manager remembered you and Daddy. The very room that Cruz and I liked best was the room that you and Daddy stayed in.
Really? You saw the same room?
Yeah, I mean, we booked it right on the spot. We didn't even know it. How's that for fate?
It's like magic. I mean, I can't believe it. The whole place is like magic. I remember one time we walked down a path, and you can go down to the cliff, and the cliff overlooks the ocean. It is the most extraordinary view. It's sunrise and sunset, and your father and I... But you're going to discover all that for yourself, aren't you?
Gosh, I wish somebody would have told us about this place.
Why? I liked where we got married.
Oh, I did too. No, I did.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. I mean, we all get to get away, and yet we all get to get together.
Mason, where's Julia?
Oh, she's working today. Curse of the idle class.
What do you mean she's working?
Well, she's working today. She had a business meeting. I promised to give her a full report on the goings-on here.
Well, that's strange because when I called and invited her, she said she'd be here.
Well, she must have forgotten about the meeting that she had. You know, Julia, she's very meeting-oriented. So, Cruz, tell me a little more about this place. What other facilities do they have? Ice rink, shuffleboard, maybe? I'd hate to be caught without the right equipment.
The place sounds beautiful. I'm so glad you found it.
Oh, thanks to Mama.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I saw the way she reacted when you talked about that room.
Oh, Kelly, it's no wonder. I mean, you should see it. The atmosphere is... Oh, I mean, I can't even explain it. I just know that this inn has to have precious moments. I don't know, the memories. I'm sure the memories they could probably never forget.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm hoping?
Probably the same thing I am.
Oh, Eden, it would be wonderful if they could get back together just by being up there.
Nothing would make me happier.
Oh.
You know, maybe you and we could push things along a little bit. You could work on Mama, I could work on Daddy.
Yes, you bet.
Yeah, but just one thing. Maybe we should just be very, very subtle, because if we push too hard, we could do more harm than good.
Right, I hear you. Let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Okay.
Eden is such a beautiful girl, and the Capitals are a fine family. God forbid anything should happen this time.
Nothing's going to happen, trust me. Eat.
How can I eat feeling this good, huh? And you know what makes me happier than anything?
What's that, Mama?
The way you treat Eden with such tenderness and such respect.
Well, of course, you always treat someone with respect if you're in love with them, don't you?
If you're smart, you do. You know, after your father left us, he was still very young, and I was so afraid that it might affect your sense of values.
Well, I never think about him. That's not exactly true, I suppose. Sometimes I wonder, when I remember what you had to go through, working and raising a family at the same time, if my memory serves me, you never once complained, Mama, and I know how hard it must have been to have no one to turn to for emotional support.
Yes, but I always had you and Carmencita.
Well, I know, but that's not the same. Kids aren't enough, and I could never live with myself if I'd thought I'd cause somebody else the same kind of pain you went through.
You would never do that. And don't say that children are not enough. Oh, you and Carmencita, you can't imagine the help you were to me.
Well, we tried to be, but I'm not sure we succeeded so well.
You were angels. And when things were darkest, I had to get through it by telling myself that I had to set an example for my children. By showing you that whatever life does to you, if you can stay strong and not be bitter, the world can be yours. Today, you're showing me you learned that lesson. Oh, Cruz, I love you so very much.
Pebble Creek Inn, darling. How did you ever find that place?
Well, at first I dreamed about it, and then Cruz and I, we looked everywhere for it. And then I just happened to be describing it to Mama, and she recognized it, and she told me where it was.
I guess it was meant to be.
Mm.
Incredibly beautiful spot.
Yeah, isn't it?
I suppose your mother told you what happened to us up there that time?
She said it was wonderful.
It was. Oh, God, the memories I still have of that day. It's a perfect place for you to be married to. And if it is half as beautiful now as it was then, probably the prettiest place on earth. And it's your place.
That's what Mama said.
Be happy, baby. And be grateful for every moment of happiness you get.
Hi. Hi. I just took a wild chance that you'd be back from your meeting.
My meeting?
Yeah, Mason said you had a meeting. That's why you couldn't come to the house.
Yeah, right, my meeting.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to come by and make sure that you knew that Cruz and I are planning to get married at the Pebble Creek Inn.
Oh, Edie, that's wonderful. And I want you to know how happy I am for you, really.
Well, thank you. It is so beautiful. I mean, it is more beautiful than I ever dreamed it would be.
I really wanted to be there this morning. And I want to tell you the truth, you see, because I realized this after I talked to Sophia. And with everything the way that it is, I just thought it would be better if I skipped it.
You know, I sensed that something was wrong between you and Mason this morning.
Didn't he tell you what happened?
No.
How uncharacteristic of him. He packed his bags and he moved out, Eden.
Why?
Because now that he's free to be with Samantha and me, he feels hemmed in.
Well, you know, he's been having a difficult time with Victoria. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I realize that, too.
Julia, Mason sometimes stands in his own way. When he most wants to be close to somebody, he ends up pushing them away.
I just know that nothing is really going to change until he figures out what he wants, and I can't help him with that. And the thing is, it's just going to be really difficult or complicated for me until he does, because I don't know what to expect from him.
We're going to solve this. You and Mason love each other. You'll work it out.
Sure.
Hey, you're my friend. And no matter what's going on with Mason, I am counting on you to be at my wedding. You understand me? I'm counting on it.